Welcome to Wednesday. I'm Jeremy.
I'm AJ.
These are extraordinary times. First out of the gate, holy cow! This is one of the worst things I've ever heard about green tech. For those of you who don't know Tesla Motors, they came out with one of the most revolutionary car designs. Their Roadster, the Tesla Roadster, is fully electric, absolutely no emissions whatsoever, and can go from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds.
If it wasn't for this, what we're about to bring up, I'd have one.
Yeah, I would buy two, if I could one day.
As soon as they fix this problem.
Yeah.
So it turns out if you drain the battery completely, which it'll take a while, you can't recharge it ever. That is a $40,000 fix.
And for those of you,
the car is $50,000.
Yeah, 50 or so thousand. Some of them are like 49. Some of them are like 70. But it's a $40,000 fix. For those of you who don't know, like the chemistry of batteries, for certain kinds of batteries, draining them to zero is the best way to get the best charge out of them. And for this particular chemical makeup of battery, you drain it to zero and gone. It's the same one that they put in laptops, right?
Yeah, same type of battery, lithium-ion, that kind of stuff. And the thing is, one of the reasons why you could easily drain it after letting it sit there after a long drive or something is it has subroutines that can't be shut off. And so it's basically constantly draining that battery. Well, laptops kind of have the same thing, except laptops know that once it gets down to a certain point, just shut down these subroutines instead of shutting down the battery, and you're fine. You don't have to replace the battery. Tesla doesn't have that.
Yeah, for those of you who have had to replace laptop batteries, you feel this one. Especially when the battery is no longer produced by the laptop producer and you just want to throw things at them.
Yeah.
So, greatest brick, you could ever buy is a, dead Tesla. After its battery is gone.
Evidently, after 200, a couple months or 400 miles, you could drain your car. So anyway, if you have a Tesla, be aware.
Wow. Bam. That wasn't planned. So back to the news and something we did plan. We have a lot of things to cover today, so we're just going to run through the highlights.
We'll try and keep a running list up here on annotations of what story we're on at the time.
Next story. Wait. Next story. There it is.
Right.
I don't know my directions. Continue.
There somewhere. Okay, so a while back we covered a couple girls that tried to save the other with an asthma inhaler. Check the previous ones for that story. If going back on that, the girl that lent the asthma inhaler was only suspended and let back into school. The one who used the asthma inhaler and turns out she didn't need it was expelled. Wrong person to expel if either of them needs to be. Anyway.
Neither of them need to be. All right, so one of the very rare times I will ever agree with Tim Geithner or Barack Obama is right now, where they have decided to cut from 35% to 28% the corporate tax rates on our giant corporations. This is where they also want to close a lot of loopholes where some corporations are paying way under what they're supposed to be paying because they have loopholes. So they're going to try and close loopholes, especially on corporations that export our jobs to
other countries.
Other countries where they can pay people less.
And just, gouge it out of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, another planet news. I love these stories.
He loves the NASA news, and I do too.
So another planet's been discovered. This one unique. We found a few unique ones recently because it's 2.5 the size of Earth with 7 times the gravity, and it's mostly water. Now, it's also, up in the high 446 degree Fahrenheit range.
So, unlivable. Not like the last one we talked about that would be livable.
Right. But tons of water, which means there are easily other planets out there with a lot of water, which means we could find more Earth-like planets out there. Not only that, we have a source of water and possibly a weird type of life out there. Anyway.
What weird type of water and weird type of life. All right, so I keep covering like the world, awful serious news.
He'll get some good stuff soon.
The Greeks actually, we've talked about how much crap they're in. They're having to, they're having these, measures that they're putting in place to try and balance their budgets. Kind of, I'll call them violent measures as far as economics go. But it's so bad right now that about 64,000 of their public service employees, teachers and civil servants and the like, will either not be getting paid this month or be getting what they call a negative salary and be...
They have to pay for their jobs, basically.
Yeah, they have to pay for their work.
The privilege to work.
At least this month.
These are teachers and people taking out the trash and stuff like that. These are people you don't want to be giving a pay decrease.
Yeah, and basically, it seems like they're trying to make the people revolt harder. I mean, I don't understand. I wish I understood like the mindset you would have to be in to do something like that, but no.
Bad idea.
Bad. Okay,
on to the next one. You probably have heard the word mademoiselle before. French word, meaning lady, possibly single. Well, the French don't like that.
Generally, only used for single ladies, all the single ladies.
Right. Well, official French documents are removing their word from all of their documents.
Legal documents.
Because it could be offensive to single women. So the French are being French with their French.
The feminist French are being French with their French. It's worse. Feminists. Oh, wow. So even cooler than like everything else I've talked about, thankfully, Google is going to sell some really cool glasses. As a glasses wearer, I like glasses news. What up? And they're selling glasses with really nerdy camera thing right here. And little processors up in here where basically they are a smartphone here. Nice.
Awesome.
Navigatable smartphone on your face. And with the camera, you can see what's in front of you and have kind of a heads up overlaid over that. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm kind of a nerd for those kind of things. He's an extraplanetary person. I'm a supercomputing person.
You'll see what I see the app with this kind of thing going on. Putting those two together, getting the glasses, look up at a star, and say, "Is there a planet there?" And be able to possibly even zoom in with artificial pictures.
Wow.
Okay. Anyway,
I think you just nerdgasmed a little.
Little.
It happens. But for me, that if you ever saw Ghost Protocol, which we hawked on this show, unpaid by the way, I wish. I would like Tom Cruise money. I'm not gonna lie. But that same thing that they did with the contact lenses, where you could be scanning people and whatever, and there's the whole Big Brother, people being filmed without permission crap that people are gonna pitch a fit over. But I mean,
people are doing that already.
Cops do it all the time. People are doing it all the time. Why
we're beyond that?
Which is why we sit in our house instead of taking our filmography elsewhere. I don't know what I'm talking about. Moving on.
Okay, so a while back, we killed bin Laden. Yay!
Yay!
Well, it turns out our CIA had help from some medical professionals over in Pakistan. 16 women and one man to help identify bin Laden's DNA and track him down. Well, those people have now been arrested by Pakistan, and the guy's eligible for trial by treason.
Yeah, he could be charged. They could be charged for treason, and I mean, these are the people that helped us. In case you didn't know, bin Laden was on dialysis because he didn't really have functioning kidneys and was already dying. We helped him along a little, but these people helped us. Finally finish the job that we started back when he picked a fight, and now they could be tried for treason, which for me and him says, treason, helping America. Are you really our friend, Pakistan? Really?
No.
No.
I really don't think they have been for quite some time, but this is just another point of evidence against them.
Yeah, basically hand in front, gun in back. Come on, really? And lastly, some Texas news, because we're in Texas, in case you didn't know.
Hey,
But
guess what? You can track us down. Anyway, good luck. Anyway,
track me down,
please. Anyway, yeah, woman in El Paso walking along, pushing her stroller. At the same time,
P.S. pushing her stroller. Before we continue,
same time as over in Mexico, right across the border, Mexican police are having a fight with a gang.
Which happens, in case you don't know, Mexico is violent around the border.
Stray bullet crosses the border and hits woman in the thigh.
And this isn't just a small crossing of the border. Like, they were on one side having a gun fight, and she's just on the other side.
There's a map in the link we're going to give you here.
And it's several city blocks into the downtown El Paso area. In case you don't know, bullets can travel pretty far and still be either lethal or just painful.
But they would have to. This one would have to travel either over buildings or through them to get to her. I mean, there's no way around this that I can see looking at the map here.
Well, you can't see the buildings in the map right now, but it's far, and it hit her lower leg, her calf area, and she was pushing a stroller. So, could this have killed her baby? Maybe. If it had, we'd probably already be at war with Mexico already. Because, nobody knows if it was a gang member or a cop fired the gun.
They're doing forensics on the bullet right now as we speak.
Texas Department of Public Safety is doing forensics on the bullet. And, what caliber was it? Was it a handgun? Was it a police gun? Was it a gang member gun?
This is a gang member gun, but this may actually just give us incentive to help get rid of the gangs in Mexico. If it's a police gun, people are not going to be happy.
Yeah, well, I for one am outraged because I'm a single dad, and while I'm hanging out with my kid, I don't want bullets flying at or around me.
The sad thing is, this is being compared to lightning strikes by the city of El Paso.
Don't be afraid to go outside. It's okay.
It's only raining bullets.
You might get hit, maybe. Well, bad things are happening. Good things are happening. Well, we'll see which side wins in the end. You know what to do. Send us your stories. AllThingsExtraordinary@gmail.com. He's AJ.
He's Jeremy.
And these are extraordinary times. Be aware.